Hey guys, so I decided to make this series of videos in which I do recommendations of which one of these to actually summon. Because I do get this question pretty often, who should I summon, things like that. So let's talk about it, because there's also 4 stars which are pretty interesting, that if that's what you're actually chasing, I can give you some recommendations on that as well. Well, let's start with the 4 stars. First of all, let's talk about Ymir. Ymir, I'm going to talk about a little bit more on her update video once I finish getting footage, because even though I have her at +3, it's a little harder because now that I have her on war, nobody wants to attack her, so yeah, very frustrating there, but whatever, I'll get my footage no matter what, guys. But anyhow, for my impressions for Emir is that people that want to do a mono red team like me really want this hero. However, I have been pretty impressed at how much damage she's actually doing when you're on the attack, when on defense, so she can't be underestimated there. But usually the people that want her are players that want to upgrade their mono red teams, or they want to add her on their defense teams in red or shield teams in red. So those are the 3 ways that I've actually seen that she's being very wanted for in that situation. But it's not a hero that every but single player in the game wants and things like that. So you have to ask yourself if that is what you actually want to do. She definitely may be the one you can actually go for in that situation. So next one is Aurora. Aurora is another hero that is pretty situational. Because the thing is that Aurora, if she's not +5, she's going to be in different situations in that situation. So she does overperform if you have a Molly. If you have a Molly and you put both of them on defense, yeah, Aurora is going to be going off over and over and over, and it's so freaking annoying, you have no idea. Especially if she's +5. If she's +5 and you have Aurora as well, she is she is a freaking pain. And also, if you put her on F1 in war with heroes like Harald that create a bunch of shields, well, she's actually an amazing hero on the shield team as well. That is going to be pretty disgusting in that situation, because it gets to a point that so many shields that if you don't have a shield breaker, you're done. Pretty much you're done in that situation. So yeah, Aurora is definitely going to be somebody that you want to summon if you want to upgrade your defense team and you have Molly and again, a bunch of shields. But at the same time, Luna teams have not been performing so well lately. However, if you add Luna, just add Luna without, and well, more than anything, it's the Ithra teams that are not performing very well. So usually when you see this gal here, Aurora, you're gonna see her with Luna +5 usually. Because if Aurora dies, she'll be able to revive and counterattack and all that good stuff. So there are naturally good heroes to actually work together with in that situation. But outside of defense and a few fights that need counterattacking in PvE, those are the situation that you actually want Aurora, and that's it for sure. And on the attack, she does raise the survivability of your entire team, very similarly to Emir, but specifically for all your heroes there in counterattacking. So she is a good hero. However, she's very situational as well. But if you get her to +5, yeah, she gets really overpowered with the counterattack and the shields. Now, I've spoken about Gwen for, oh my god, like ever. Gwendelyn is one of the most powerful heroes in the game. I don't care who you are. If you think otherwise, you gotta check yourself. Gwendelyn, wow. I remember that I got Gwendelyn at +0 back in the day. Okay, I'll get her. She looks interesting. I ended up using her at +0 on the attack, like every single time I used blue. So I made sure to give her a very powerful shield weapon for her to survive, because she does die very, very easily, especially at +0. I mean, yeah. So Gwendelyn, yeah, she you can put her on the attack, you can put her on defense. She's one of those heroes that you do not want to fight on defense, and if you do fight her on defense, you have to make sure that the actual Soul Link does not stay on your team for a very long time, because if it does, you're usually going to die. Especially if it's Gwendelyn +3, she's able to eliminate shields and healing both and its stats, so it gets to a point that sometimes it's 100% shield, 100% healing. So she's an ender of a game, of a fight. So if she goes off a few times, usually somebody's gonna die. Yeah. If you don't deal with the Soul Link. So if you didn't get the message, Gwendelyn at +0, +1, +2, whatever. Gwendelyn's an amazing overperforming hero, very powerful, and she is in my top 10 for a very strong reason, for sure, in that situation. So and specifically for the 5 stars, who do I recommend for you to focus on summoning? Well, yeah, after all that, yeah, I definitely recommend to get Gwendelyn. Gwendelyn, yeah, I mean, if a whale like me uses her at +0 and forced to use her at +0 for every single boss fight I play, every single time, yeah, I have to recommend her, guys. She changes your game completely. There's no question about it. Just get Gwendelyn, guys. You understand later, I promise. So if you already have Gwendelyn +5, or you just don't want to summon her at all, then you can actually choose one of these, and it's really as I explained already, it's really situational. If you really want to upgrade your red team and use a red team on defense, or just a shield team in general, you are able to add Emir to your ranks in that situation. The big difference between the two, in my opinion, is that I think that Emir is better at +0 than Aurora. However, at +5, Aurora in her own team, if you have Molly and you have her +5 and you have Haroth as well, both of them are overperform as well with Haroth. But the thing is that Aurora has the ability to actually go off every single, pretty much in 3 turns, and also Emir with Director N. So in that situation, you're tied on which one actually goes off the most. So it really depends on what you want. You want to do a mono red team, you want it on defense, you really want to do a shield team, Emir is your choice. If you want a team that actually counterattacks and does well with your Molly specifically, and shield teams, and your Lunas, this is the correct hero for you in that situation. But for now, these two are not must-haves. This by far is a must-have. I'm a must-have hero. So yeah, that's my recommendation for 5 stars for sure. Now for the 4 stars, the thing of these 2 heroes inside Gwendelyn, the only one that would actually catch my eye is Salome. Salome is one of the very few healers in red, but that's the only thing that she does. She heals. That's it. So not very exciting in my opinion, that situation. But if you really need a healer, you may want to summon on this one. And for Aurora, yeah, in this one, there's one hero that of the 4 stars that it's close to a must-have, but it's not a must-have, but it's definitely a very amazing hero to have, and that is Askenembla. Askenembla, I still use them on my second red team when I attack in war, because giving this powerful buff with their skills, it's very powerful for sure. And yeah, and they actually crit and do a bunch of stuff. So very good hero for a 4 star. It's a very powerful hero, powering up your let's see, sometimes I use my Alden, and I use this hero to power up in that situation. So very powerful 4 star. Do not underestimate that guy. And finally for Emir, I do like Bringhild. because you can actually use her as a whip holder, and when she actually starts going off, she gets the mana back with the healing, so that's pretty cool. So if you like to try that out and actually do that, she's a good option in that situation. But she's not exactly like a game breaker or anything. And same thing for Felix. Felix is a really good 4-star hero if you want to make your heroes actually overperform on defense, if you want them to actually survive more, or if you have a really weak hero on the attack when you're attacking and you want to protect them and things like that. Felix is a very good hero in that respect, especially that he does tend to revive. And since he is a strength hero, you're also able to use him as your whip holder. So in this situation, you have two good options for whip holding in that situation. So if you naturally need that whip holding, these are good options for you in that situation for sure. But none of them are must-have. So out of all of the 4 stars, I think for sure Ask and Embla, yeah, this one is definitely the one you really gonna want out of all the 4 stars in that situation for sure, guys. All right, I hope this helps, guys. If you have any questions, if you have any concerns, please leave it in the comments and we'll talk about it. All right, thank you very much for watching, guys. Have a great day. Bye bye.